Hello everyone, Monty here. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a heart-shaped frittata by baking it in the oven. You can also use any non-stick cake pan, like maybe during Christmas tomorrow morning if you wanted to make a Christmas tree, shaped, if you had a Christmas tree shaped cake pan or like a snowman. I know a lot of people have different shapes if they've got kids. You can use those as well for the frittata. I love making the heart-shaped frittatas. I make two sizes. It's like a 7 1/4 and then like a 9 or a 10-inch one. This is really a hearty, frittata just for one person. We're using 4 eggs today for the 7 1/4-inch pan. Really easy to make. Now I will say, I think that the other way I make the frittata, where you start it on the stovetop and then throw it under the broiler for the last 5 minutes, I think that tastes the best because you're able to saute the onion and the garlic first, and I think that flavor just really gives it an amazing taste. But this is delicious as well, but if you want to make a heart-shaped one, you really can't do it the way I'm talking, because I have never seen a heart-shaped frying pan. So anyway, and this also is a lot easier. You don't have to watch it until it bubbles on the top of the range and then put it under the broiler and watch it again. You just put this in the oven and just peek at it, and that's it. I mean, it should be ready in 17 minutes at 400 degrees. So let me just show you just how easy it is to make this. I've already prepped everything. I have a little bit of rosemary. Today we're making a chicken rosemary frittata with arugula, a red onion, and some cherry tomatoes. I always think about color. I always want to put a green in. I don't have any spinach today, so I'm going to use arugula. Love arugula. It's got like a peppery kind of flavor. Very healthy for you. Arugula is one of the cruciferous vegetables, and I've talked about that before. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, they all have anti-cancer fighting properties. Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. And let's just get started real quickly. I drank a lot of espresso this morning. Can you tell? And I'm gonna get started, and I'm just going to spray the pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil spray. I bought this 7 1/4-inch diameter heart-shaped cake pan on Amazon, so you can find it there, and just kind of, I don't like this one. I like the other one, the manual pump, because I can do the 5 sprays or under of the manual pump is 0 calories. So I'm gonna count this as 0 as well. So what the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna load it up with all the stuff that we're gonna put into the frittata, and then pour the eggs on top and then some seasoning, and we're gonna pop it in the oven. So the first thing I like to do is put the green in the bottom. Just after years of making these frittatas in the oven, I came up with this technique of how to do it. So I've got some organic arugula, and I put about a cup in the bottom of the pan. Just push it down a little bit. I don't want all these little things sticking up. And anyway, so I'm just gonna put that into the pan. Then I'm going to take, we're doing chicken. This is 2 ounces of chicken, which actually didn't sound like a lot, but it really is. It's a lot of chicken. I may not even use all of it. I don't think I will, actually. So I didn't even need any more than probably an ounce. I'm gonna dial this back to 1 ounce of chopped chicken in my recipe, because this pan is smaller. I forgot I use a little bit more chicken in the larger heart-shaped frittata. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put about 1/8 of a cup of onion, just one little tiny slice of red onion that I chopped up. And I'm gonna put that in there. You see all the different colors right away. It's starting to look beautiful already with the purple and the green and the white from the chicken. And now I just sliced 3 cherry tomatoes in half, so there's 6 pieces. And I just like to spread them out. I kind of like to put them up, down, to give a different color and effect. It's just the way I am. And then we got that in there. Spread these tomatoes out a little bit more. Okay. And now I'm gonna wait to put the rosemary on top, because it's green. I wanted to add a little green on top of the eggs, even though there's green from the arugula. I have 4 whole eggs here that I'm going to pour on top now. And you just want to make sure it's kind of evenly poured on top. Make sure it all gets evenly distributed. Just move it around with the fork a little bit. Oh, that looks beautiful already. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some sea salt on top, some garlic powder, and I'm gonna put a little fresh rosemary. Now I don't have that much rosemary. Look how little I have here. Because it's very strong and you don't want it to overpower. You want to have that hint of rosemary but not be like, oh my God, so much rosemary, right? Because rosemary is very strong. So you may want to play with it the first time. So anyway, it is ready to go into the oven. It looks gorgeous, as you can see. It's not even cooked yet. We're gonna pop this in. Usually it's anywhere between 17 and 22 minutes. I never can figure it out. Most of the time it's ready in 17, sometimes it takes 22. You just have to watch it. You'll know when it's done. You won't see any liquid on top. So I'm gonna pop it in the oven and I'll turn the camera off and I'll turn it back on when it comes out between 17 and 22 minutes later. Okay guys, my timer just went off. I'm going to take it out of the oven. Need some mitts, it's very hot, gotta be careful. And then I'm gonna show you the technique I use to get it out of the pan and then onto the plate. Look how beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous, like a work of art. Sure to impress all your friends. 17 minutes exactly, came out perfect in my oven. You may have to adjust a little bit for your oven. So I take the pan, I put a piece of paper towel over it. So when I turn it upside down, I'm catching it on the paper towel, and it should pop right off, which it is. Oops, let me get this thing here. Of course, today it's giving me a little bit of a problem. Then I take my plate and I just put it and roll it onto the plate. And there we have such a gorgeous frittata. And of course me, I'm gonna take a picture and I am going to arrange it evenly on the plate and get all the crumbs off. And this really is a work of art. So there you go. Look how easy that was to make a heart-shaped frittata. And remember, you can make this with any ingredients. What's great about a frittata is it's great for leftover meat. So I had the chicken breast already prepped in my refrigerator because I do that every week. If I made steak the night before, I may have chopped up a little bit of steak, put it in here, pork. You could put smoked salmon, you could put oven-baked salmon, you can put shrimps, you could put scallops. Really anything that's left over that you don't want to go waste, you can turn into a great, beautiful frittata, and it doesn't have to be just, you know, for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. I've had steak frittatas for dinner, and it's sure to impress your guests or tell that special someone how you feel about them by making a different shaped frittata, and the heart shape is always a winner. Well, hope you enjoyed my video on how to make oven-baked frittatas in the shape of a heart.